lord, that thing stinks. Kind of reminds me of like... What was that for?
Abandoning the mission.
What mission? You dropped off the grid. My squad was scattered. And that?
For coming back. Thank you.
You did good, rookie. No doubt. We're not out of this yet.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob, I'm from the Insane Gamers, and this is part 17 of Halo 3 ODST. Yes, the title is correct, this is the finale. It's technically not, if you want to be pedantic, because there will be the part 8 of Mombasa Streets, which is the free roam level, where what we're going to be doing is getting all of the audio logs. But that's more like a walkthrough, well, not really like a... Yeah, it's a walkthrough, like a bonus collectibles thing. It's not necessary to the game, so it's not technically part of the Let's Play. So this is level Coastal Highway. It's the final level of the game. It's about 30 minutes long. The video is about 40 because of the credits at the end. Of course, with all the Halo games, there's always a bonus scene after the credits as well. It's a bit like the Marvel movies in that sense. And this level is called Coastal Highway because eventually, at some point, you're going to be driving some vehicles. A couple of different types of vehicles, in fact. But first, we've got to find our way out of the city. And as you can see there was a grunt with a... a turret. Plasma turret there. I like how there's another one over there that's shooting at me. Somehow I missed that when I went up. Didn't even look behind me. But that's what happened. But yeah, we have to basically protect Virgil from being attacked. Because he's not... Well, he has shields. And if you get quite close to him, he will give you additional shields. Which comes in a bit handy later on in the level. Well, obviously you'll see that bit when we get there. But it's towards the end of the level. Basically you have, well, it's a spoiler, but essentially you have a giant boss battle at the end of the, not a boss battle, but like a giant, huge battle with waves of brutes coming towards you at the end of the level. And obviously that's quite difficult when you're an ODST, because to be honest, when you're an ODST, you can get hit, I think, pretty much 2 kills from a brute and you are dead. Maybe even 1 sometimes. So you have to be very careful. As you can see there, that was the shield coming into effect. Now, I was slightly confused on where the hell we had to go, but you have to basically go towards where Dare is. And then finally, Buck will actually tell you where to go. There we go, I was also... What helps is pressing the button that tells you where to go. Not sure how that works, considering the superintendent is now offline, thanks to the cutscene, but... thanks to the previous level, because Virgil has got all the... superintendent data, I guess, so he's making that happen on our map somehow, I guess, would logically be how it works, even though it isn't. Right, we'll be coming up to the first cutscene soon, so I'll obviously be shutting up during that. But after that, I'll be talking about Halo Infinite. I'll be talking about other games, possibly coming on the channel, because there's, like I said, I use Halo basically as a small little vlog series essentially. And I can tell you some upcoming games on the channel that I want to do. I forgot how long this actually takes for the... well, what I don't think didn't help was the fact that I have to do it myself, but the game doesn't exactly tell you that. Yeah. Well, I think the reason it didn't is because I had the turret. But yeah, you... open the door, and there we go. Here is the cutscene. I'm gonna shut up.
When did this happen?
They started showing up right before I went underground.
And you waited until now to tell me that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was a little busy making sure perfume over here didn't take around and blow us all up.
Eddie Buck, always thinking with his gun. You haven't changed one bit.
Me? What about you? Oh, so full of big Oni secrets, couldn't even give a guy a yes or no answer.
That's not fair.
Oh, you got that right.
I never thought I'd see you again.
Yeah? Well, here I am.
We need to move, now. Were you too busy to plan our exit?
I stole a Phantom, yes, thank you. I hid it in the shipyards down the highway. But I only have room for 2, so that thing's gonna have to sit on your lap.
The engineer. Where did it go? Keep me covered. And try to keep up.
Take my advice, rookie. Never fall for a woman. Make sure she's got balls.
Right, yes. So, upcoming games on the channel. Well, obviously, it's going to be Halo Infinite. And also, another thing is that Mario Golf Super Rush, I think it's going to take a very short hiatus. When I say short, I don't know when it'll be coming back, but it's going to take some sort of hiatus. Because, unfortunately, we're up to XC Golf, which is, if you've ever played Mario Golf Super Rush, it's not the greatest type of golf in the game, and it's, to be honest, it's pretty annoying. It's pretty difficult. I was also very lucky here that did not kill me, although Buck fell off. But yeah, thanks Grunt for doing that. Especially when if you think about it, you don't really have that much training with driving a Warthog. I mean, there was that level earlier, the Uplift Reserve, which is quite funny because we're actually driving to there. That's where we're going to be at the end. But really, apart from that, not really. I mean, there was the Scorpion level, but those were, a few levels ago. So it's been a bit of time since I've driven a Warthog in this game, and the amount of debris on this road, on this highway, is not helpful, essentially. Right, some other games that I'm possibly thinking of doing. Well, obviously, I want to do some PlayStation games, because I have a PS4, I have a bunch of PS4 games, I haven't really got any games, I haven't played any on the channel. I mean, I'm doing Astro's Playroom, but that is a very short game on the it's essentially pre-installed on every... I mean, I say it's a very short game, but... Oh, no, yeah, it's probably about 16 parts, to be honest. It's about the same as this. In that fact. I mean, this would be even shorter if I just included the Mombasa streets as part of each level, if you think about it. But yeah, it's got about like 16 levels, because there's 4... Essentially, Astro's Playroom, it's a free game that comes with every PS5, and because of that, it's a very short game. Essentially, you have 4 levels going through the 4 generations of PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PS3 and PS4, and yeah, that's basically it. You get 4 levels each going through each. I don't know if some of them are longer, but I did play through the PS1 section myself on a separate profile just to see how long it was. It was really not that long. I did that in about an hour, so it's really only about a 4-hour game, I would probably say. I actually did die during that bit earlier, and that's why I was being very careful there, because every time I came out, luckily there was a checkpoint just before that, but it would blow me up because they had fuel rod cannons. So I thought, well, like, they've all got fuel rod cannons now, so it's really annoying, so you have to basically be very careful there. But yeah, I want to do a PlayStation 4 game, or PS5, but I think I'm going to do PlayStation 4 once I've done Astro's Playroom. And that was I forgot about that lag there during that loading screen. That was not anything with your video. That was literally that was in the recording. It was how long it took to load this next part of the level. But yeah, what happened is I basically bought Doom, and Doom Eternal, and I also bought the original Last of Us, which is a PS3 game, admittedly. That's one thing I want to talk about as well. I can do PS3 games again. I know I've mentioned that in previous ODST videos. I was talking about how difficult it is to capture the PS3. But yeah, I got Last of Us Part 2 as a Christmas present, and I also got the PS4 version of Ratchet & Clank as a Christmas present, so there could be upcoming games. I've got other PS4 games as well. I've got God of War, the remake. I've got one of the Killzone game that's on PS4. I've got, I know it's a lot from the first person shooters there. I've got like Gran Turismo Sport, although I want to do Gran Turismo 7. Because obviously Gran Turismo 6 was one of the series on this. I mean, that is something that could theoretically come back. It'd have to be like a bonus thing. But yeah, PS3 recording can actually come back, which means I can actually also continue Ratchet & Clank, my HD playthroughs of those games. Because I did the first one, and I was so excited to do Part 2. I was just waiting on doing it essentially until one of the games I'd done had finished. And unfortunately, in that time, my HD PVR decided it wanted to break. And that was how I used to record Xbox 360 games and PS3 games. And I never did any, but that I could have also recorded the Wii that way. And I've gone into this before in one of the, in fact I think it was Uplift Reserve that I talked about this. But essentially, it's very, very difficult to record PS3 games because the PS3 has copy protection permanently on the HDMI output, which means you can't plug it, unlike the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One, or which is actually how I'm recording this. But yeah, the Xbox One, the PS4, the PS5, and the Xbox Series X, although I don't have one of them. But unlike all of those, you can go into the settings and you can disable the copy protection, and it won't let you load up any of the media apps or anything like that. But it will allow you to actually, play a game and record it. Unfortunately, with the PS3, there's no way of actually doing that. The only way you can actually get footage out of the PS3 is either with composite video, which looks like shit and is essentially 480p max. I mean, it's 576p, which is like POW because I'm in Europe. So I could technically upscale that to 720p and it wouldn't look that bad. I mean, it'd clearly be standard definition video upscaled, but it wouldn't look that bad, especially with the early PS3 games. But the other way is with component video, which is essentially the same, but there's 5 plugs to plug in. And the only way of recording PS3 stuff is, like I said, through component. So what you need is you either need an original model HD PVR, or you need some way of converting from component to HDMI. And I just bought one, essentially. So I can actually now go back to doing PS3 games if I ever want to. Which, if I want to do Last of Us, if I want to do a Let's Play of that, then that's how it's going to be. I do like how that Banshee got stuck there. That was quite funny to me. It just got stuck in the sign. Well, yeah, I'm very happy. I can do PS3 stuff now. In fact, like I said, I bought Last of Us on the PS3, and I got Last of Us Part 2 as a Christmas present. Yes, I'm recording this on the 27th of December 2021. I know this is coming out in like June, so yeah, that's fun. But yeah, there'll actually be PS3 stuff, so I'm going to be really happy with that. I ended, quote unquote, Gran Turismo 6 because I basically was like, I can't go anymore, it's too difficult. So maybe, and then I basically said, well, if I ever come back to it, I'll continue, and maybe I will. But that, to be honest, that's pretty unlikely. To be honest, that's pretty unlikely to happen. Especially now, at the time of when you see this, Gran Turismo 7's out, so I'll probably I'd probably go straight to that. Which technically means I skipped over Gran Turismo Sport as a Let's Play, but I mean, it's possible. I wish Buck could get on the actual Scorpion tank now. That would have been great, because, you know, they drove off. But yeah, you have a load of fuel cans, as you can see, in front of me. Like, basically, I'm surprised Buck didn't get killed by that. But yeah, these are anti-air rafes. Which is, I believe this is the only time in the Halo series, there might have been earlier in the game, but these are like the only time in the Halo series where you can actually fight them. You can see them in other Halo games, but you can't reach them, I don't think. So yeah, I'm guessing that this was obviously made with Halo 3 assets, which is quite funny because it actually takes place in Halo 2's New Mombasa. But yeah, Halo, basically the anti-air rafe was a vehicle that they added into Halo 3. It didn't exist in Halo 2, and I don't think it's in any of the others afterwards. It might be in Reach, to be honest. I'm pretty sure modders have probably, well, it's definitely modders will have made it available, but yeah, if you didn't know, people used to, I mean, if you've ever been online on the Xbox 360, people used to mod I mean, they got banned really easily as well, but people used to mod Halo. And several of the mods, obviously, because they were just using in-game assets, they weren't actually using you know, like they weren't using assets that they specifically made. It worked like in custom games and stuff. I always thought that was, I mean, if they were ever in someone's custom lobby and Bungie noticed, they'd be removed. But essentially, yeah, I always thought that was quite. I seem to remember like some Halo 3 custom game where you could actually drive anti-air rafes. Although, like I said, that might have been Halo Reach, to be honest. But yeah, it was interesting. Nostalgia. And of course, if you ever played GTA 4 on 360, you'd know the online of that was absolutely full of mods. People would just spawn Sultan RSs with, you know, quote unquote neon lights underneath, when really it was, they put one of, like, I think the lights are at the airport or something, that spawned them underneath. And that's how that worked. Like, essentially it was stuck underneath your car and it looked like neon, but of course there was only one colour light, so yeah. This Scorpion tank's almost destroyed. But yeah, of course Halo Infinite is going to be replacing this series once I don't know if I'll talk during the new Mombasa. I think I'll do a small amount of commentary. I don't think it's going to be a full talky one like this. I'm just going to be like, this is where all the audio logs are. Because I'm sure there's, of course there will be. There will be loads of them, like tutorials on where they all are on YouTube. But it's just like the sort of thing where it's like, if I can be helpful, I'll do it. Especially if you've never played the game before and you're just essentially playing through it because I've done it, well, I might as well help you. So yeah, that'll be a part 8 of I think, in fact, I'll probably title it something like Mombasa Street, it's part 8 audio logs or something. I haven't recorded it yet, which is a bit weird because I'm so looking forward to Infinite. I've managed to avoid all spoilers so far, so that'll be interesting because I'll probably end up, to be honest, I might end up playing some of it tonight or tomorrow. I don't know when. Yes, this Scorpion sees us, and this is what sort of screws us over. It really destroys the. It's not an elephant; it's an oliphant. It's the civilian version. But yeah, it really does not help. It basically destroys it, and we have to pull off the road and defend ourselves, and this is where the brute thing happens, and it's really, really annoying. And yeah, don't do what I did here, which is completely avoid the turn-off, because I was expecting, for some reason, you know, like how turn-offs are in real life, you know, you pull off on the side of the road, not in the middle. But then I was like, oh yeah, that's where it is. Now I remember, because I have played this game before, but apparently according to the achievements, it was 10 years ago. So that was something. 10 years ago, I completed this. Like how we just left Dare up there. I recorded Mario Golf earlier, and that's why it's so fresh in my mind, the stupid XC Golf. If you haven't played Mario Golf before, Part 10, this is a spoiler, Part 10 hasn't come out, it's out on Saturday, it's out in 2 days' time. But yeah, XC Golf, it's basically like this cross-country golf is what it stands for. You have to basically, you hit the ball, and then you run to where it is, but basically you have like so many shots and you have to get to all the holes. But with it being Mario Golf, obviously it's not realistic, so there's stuff like you can hit it into a tornado, and what's supposed to happen is the tornado is supposed to blow it straight up like the cliff, because you can't hit it up the cliff without, unless you're very lucky. Oh yeah, I died, so that's an edit point there. That's because that was so obvious. There's nothing really I could do. Oh no, that wasn't why I died. Sorry. What happened there was that actually I had to turn the game off for some reason, and I can't remember why, but I turned it off, and then that's when I came back to it. So it wasn't exactly perfectly timed. That's why the cut was so bad. But yeah. So this is technically a second recording. Anyway, yeah, with Mario Golf, it has like this XC Golf mode, and you have to hit the golf ball into the tornado. And if you don't hit it perfectly straight, well, guess what happens? The tornado fires it up, but then it will like bounce to the left or bounce to the right, and it's so annoying because if you don't get it perfectly right, and it like sometimes the tornado doesn't even pick the bloody ball up. It's absolutely I recommend watching the video. I mean, if you don't like videos where people rage, I mean, to be honest, it's titled Rage. It's not really, to be honest, that much of a rage. It's just me going, ugh, essentially. When it starts going badly towards the end. And there's a bit where I go, oh, I'm quitting this. And then I actually continued, so that, you know, it's not a rage. But, you know, clickbait title, I guess. But I recommend watching it if you don't get what I'm talking about. Because bloody hell, those stupid tornadoes. I don't like, apart from Halo, I don't like doing the commentary after the fact. Unless like I get stuck on something like Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, there was a boss battle that I died about 3 or 4 times. And I was like, right, I'm quitting now, and even though this is a kid's game, I'm quitting and I'm going to come back to this soon. And then I thought, right, well, if it's a boss battle, I don't want to be recording for about like half an hour doing the thing. I'll just do it. And then I bloody did the boss battle first time. Literally, I got to the bit where it was, and then it was like, oh, it was that easy. But yes, so I still ended up doing the commentary afterwards. But that's what I might have to do with Mario Golf to bloody beat this XC Golf thing. Because that's the thing with doing commentary as well, is when you're doing an actual live Let's Play commentary, YouTuber secrets, it's quite difficult. To be honest, it's not for everyone. You gotta talk, and you gotta be concentrating on playing the game. And I mean, I guess a lot of people don't really care, but essentially, there are going to be parts where you're just gonna, you're gonna essentially just like stop talking. Yes, that happens here, but there's also going to be bits where you're just talking and you just trail off into nothingness, essentially. You just, it's like, and, yeah, like that, essentially. You just, it's very difficult to actually do a proper Let's Play, and talk, and also not go, like that during it. It's, because obviously normally you'd be playing a game and you're not talking to anyone. You're just playing a game. I mean, maybe you're online, so you're shouting at someone maybe, or if you're playing with friends, you're actually talking normally, having a conversation, but you're not actually like trying to entertain an audience. And that's what's sort of difficult about actually doing a Let's Play. A lot of people will look at YouTubers and look at Let's Players and think, that's easy, anyone can do that. And it's true, anyone can, to be honest, anyone can do a Let's Play if you have a, capture equipment, which, to be fair, 10 years ago was a lot more difficult to come across. Thanks to HDMI, it's so much easier. Of course, can't do PS3, I've already gone into that, but I can do it personally. But yeah, it would be difficult for anyone that doesn't know. But then again, PS3 is old now. I mean, it's 2 generations old, which that makes me feel super old as well. Because it's like, I remember the PS2. Yeah, I remember the PS2. I remember the PS3 coming out. And then now it's like, we're on the PS5. It's 2 generations ago. It really sucks. But yeah, this is where we come across all these brutes. And a lot of these have jetpacks, so it's going to be quite annoying to kill. I like how it also tells you like how close you are to an achievement, but it doesn't tell you what the achievement is for. So essentially you have to guess, like, is that for killing them with a gravity hammer? Well, I don't think so, because I killed other ones with a gravity hammer and I didn't get that, obviously. So it must be something to do with the jetpack brute, maybe, or I actually think that achievement, because I looked it up afterwards, that achievement is something to do with like removing the brute's armor and then killing it with a gravity hammer or something. It was like, well, unless you look it up, I mean, achievements, yeah, you're supposed to look them up, but unless you do look them up, it's not, they're not completely obvious. And you know what's really annoying? When you get like a game where it's like, this achievement is secret. Oh gee, thanks, I love secret achievements. I love not knowing how to get my 1,000. I mean, to be honest, there's hardly any games I've actually got 1,000 game score on. But it's like, I love not actually being told how to get my 1,000 game score. I wish they would get rid of. I wish they'd get rid of secret achievements. It was maybe they have, because to be honest, with the Xbox One, I haven't really been paying attention to achievements. It was really something that I got into on 360 when it was new, but obviously, I've been with the Xbox brand for ages now, so it's not really like something I actually particularly I mean, I'm happy when I get an achievement, but it's not something I used to like. There was a bit where I was on a roll of trying to get an achievement every day, and it's not something I do anymore. Right, this guy is super difficult to kill, which is why it's very helpful if you go in here where Virgil is and just essentially get the overshield, and also just try and let them kill him. But there you go, he's dead, and essentially that's it. Now you basically have to wait for the rest of your crew to pick you up as they destroy that Wraith. So yeah, I have been Rob, I've been from the Insane Gamers. Thank you for watching part 17 of Halo 3 ODST. I hope you've enjoyed the entire series, to be honest. And stay tuned obviously for the, Mombasa streets, for the audio logs. The cutscene is coming up, so yeah, I can only thank you again for watching, really. And yeah, Halo Infinite is coming out soon, to be honest. Probably going to be part 1, part 2 before the audio logs. But yeah, stay tuned for Halo Infinite, really. Enjoy the cutscene, enjoy the credits, and enjoy the post-credits scene. I've been Rob from the Insane Gamers. Thank you very much for watching, and ta-ra.
That thing's safe?
Long as it don't get hit.
Come on! Damn it! Move!
Oh, nuts.
What can I say? It was a hell of a night. Easy does it.
We went through hell for that?
Give him some meds, would you? It's important. It knows things.
Heck, Gunny. I wasn't talking about the alien.
Mickey, I'm sending you a very special co-pilot.
Oh, come on! I don't want one of those things in here.
It won't bite, and unlike you, it knows what to tell those cruisers to keep them off our tail.
I think they're too busy to care. Looks like they found what they're looking for.
What about you? What about us?
Win this war? Then ask me that again. Lord Hood may have given you clearance, but it was my op and it's my interrogation. We only captured one. It's very delicate.
Don't worry. I know what the alien's like. It has access to the Covenant BattleNet?
Limited, but yes. We're not entirely sure how it manages a remote connection to the... What?
Whoa, stand down, stand down!
Sergeant Major, please. It's extremely flammable.
The brutes. The bastards who put bombs on your buddies and killed millions of my people. They're digging a mighty big hole. You're gonna tell me exactly what they're looking for, and then you're gonna help me stop them.